back to Element and to our Prenatal Yoga series. Today's sequence is a full body gentle flow suitable for all 3 trimesters of pregnancy. But as always, please listen to your body, and if there's something that we're doing that doesn't feel comfortable for you, step back and rest where you need. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jennifer. I'm a Pilates and yoga teacher and I specialize in women's health. I'm also currently 35 weeks pregnant with my second baby. Before we begin, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date with different prenatal tutorials and videos to help you through your pregnancy. I also have a free prenatal health and exercise guide available. This details all the different types of exercise that are helpful for you during your pregnancy and a few things that we should be avoiding as well. If you would like a copy of that, you can follow the link which I have listed below. All right, when you're ready, let's get started. So for our sequence today, find yourself a big cushion or bolster, something that you can sit on comfortably, and it will also give you a little bit of support for our Shavasana at the end. Okay, when you're ready, just fold your legs comfortably in front of you. Let's bring our hands down onto the lower belly. Good, relax down through your shoulders. Think of lengthening slightly up through the spine, and when you're ready, you can close through your eyes. And to start, we'll just bring our focus to our breath. Taking really deep breaths in all the way up to the very top of that inhale. And then very slowly, long exhale, letting all the air go. And just continue these nice, long, deep breaths. Starting to draw inwards. Connecting with your baby. Anything that you want your baby to know, any messages you want to send them, tell them now. Just really enjoying this moment, just the two of you. Now on your next inhale, pause just a little moment at the very top. Hold that breath and then very slowly exhale all the way down. Release. Softly open the eyes when you're ready and we'll start our movements. Reach those arms beside you. Keep that length through the spine. As you inhale, draw the arms all the way up above you. Bring the hands together and exhale. Draw your hands through heart center and release. 2 more. Inhale, reach up. Collecting all that energy from above and then drawing it through the center of your body. 1 more time, big inhale, reaching up. And exhale, releasing it down. Bring the hands to the thighs or the knees, somewhere you can hold on to gently. Let's just start to circle the body around and back. Good, starting to create a little bit of blood flow down towards your hips, your pelvis, and to your baby. And as you do these gentle movements here, really relax through your core muscles and your pelvic floor. So I just want you to start creating a little bit of space around through the low back. Try to release out any tension that you might feel around the hips or the pelvis. Breathe through it. Let's do 1 more this direction. Go ahead and reverse. Draw the body around and back. Good, again, relaxing through the shoulders, the neck. Use your arms to support you and just let your belly be really soft, really free. That's it, just a couple more. Take your time. And then let's make our way back through the center, lengthening up your spine one last time, and then release. Good. Let's gently move off that cushion or bolster now. Just place it off to the side as we'll use it again at the end of our class. Good. Making our way now to all fours. Bring your hands down flat underneath your shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. So we'll start here with some gentle side to side hip rocks. Again, as you do this, let the muscles of the lower belly be really soft and free. Good, we're just starting to create a little bit of space, again, through the back of the pelvis and the hips. Just letting your body weight gently rock you and release you from one side to the other. Good, last one. Now make your way back through the middle. If your belly is already quite big, you might want to take your knees a little bit wider to create some more space here. And we'll start to circle the hips forward, back, and around to the side. Good, and again, just letting your core muscles release. Taking deep breaths here, creating as much space for your belly as possible. We'll do 2 more circles here in this direction. And then let's gently reverse. You may find that one direction feels a little bit stiffer than the other, which is really common. So just take your time if that's the case. Go ahead and move through those tighter areas with a little more control. Good, last 2. Good, now let's make our way back to all fours kneeling. Walk the knees back in directly under the hips. From here, coming into our cat-cow, as you inhale, lift your chest, gently look forwards, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Feel a very gentle stretch across the belly. And now on your exhale, let's round and reverse all the way up, drawing your head down, look between your knees. And again, reverse. Inhale, rolling it forwards. And exhale, rolling it up. Deep breaths. One more time here. Inhale. And exhale. And then make our way back to the center. Good, now stretching out into a long neutral spine position here. Find a gentle connection of your core and your pelvic floor to stabilize your lower back. Now let's extend our right leg back behind us. Tuck the toes. Press back gently into the heel until you feel a stretch in the back of the calf muscles. Releasing tension up into the back of the ankle. Good, gently shift yourself forward as you breathe in. And again, let's do that twice more, pressing it back. Release, one more. And stretch. Release. Now find that center point. Good, engage through those right glute muscles and just float the legs slightly off the floor. Not so high that you feel any shifting and movement through the lower back. We want to keep that pelvis and spine really still. Now you can hold here, or if you're feeling really steady, let's stretch the opposite arm forwards, creating more connection through your core, reaching out through the fingers, reaching out through that heel, holding and breathing for 3, 2, 1. Now lower that hand, lower that knee back down to the mat and release. Slightly walk your hands forward. Good, let's tuck the toes and sit back towards the heels. Very gently now pressing yourself up to your downward facing dog. So let's start by lifting the heels high. Let that chest press towards your knees. Really stretch out your legs. Reach the tailbone up to the ceiling. Now bend one knee and let the opposite heel press down. And change. Just start to gently walk out through the ankles. If you need to take your feet wider to accommodate for a larger belly, please feel free. Find what's comfortable for you. That's it. Just alternating those legs. A couple more in your own time. Deep breaths. Good. Now let's press both heels down towards that mat. Finding some stillness, some length through the back of the body. Hold here, one more breath. Now float your right leg gently up and away from you. And then bend that knee and step your right foot to the outer side of the mat and drop the back knee down towards the floor. So we're coming down into our hip stretch. Lift up through the chest, roll the shoulders back and look forwards. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. Really lengthen out through the front of the body now. And then bring your hands up onto your front knee. Good, let's start to move into a gentle flow here. Lean hips forward, stretching out the back hip. And then lean your hips back, extend your front leg and release through those hamstrings. If you have the space, you may even want to touch your fingertips to the floor. And again, bring that knee forwards, release into the hip. Shifting it back, release through the front. Good, last one. Inhale forward. Exhale, shift back. Hold this position here. Good, relax through your shoulders and your neck. Lengthen out the tailbone behind you. And then inhale, release. Place the hands flat down onto the mat. Step that right foot back into your all fours. Rock those hips gently from side to side. And let's repeat our sequence now on the other side. Good. So center yourself again. Find that core connection. Gently lift the pelvic floor. Step the left leg back behind you, tucking through the toes. Deep breath in. On your exhale, shift your weight back until you feel that stretch through the ankle, the calf muscles. Inhale, release. 2 more, pressing back gently. Release. Let's do 1 more. And shift it back. Release. Find that center point. Good. Now engaging the back of the left leg and the hip. Float the leg off the floor only as far as you can keep your spine steady. And then if you're ready for that extra challenge now, you can reach that opposite arm in front. Reaching out through the fingertips. Stretch back through the heel. Feel your baby lifting, drawing in towards you. Holding for 3. Deep breaths. 2. Hold 1. And then gently release to the floor. Walk those hands forward. Good, tuck the toes, lean your hips back, coming back into our downward facing dog. Good, once you're up, let's start to walk out through the feet 1 more time. Starting to feel more length through the back of the legs now, more space through the back of your body. And then when you're ready, coming into both heels, drawing to the floor. That's it, just breathing deeply into the belly, the lower abdomen. Draw the shoulders away from ears, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Hold here 1 more breath. Now inhale, float that left leg up off the floor. Reach it away from you. Exhale, step it forward to the outer side of your mat. Bring your hips down onto the floor and just release into that back hip. Lift your chest just a little bit, opening out across the front of the shoulders, releasing any neck tension. Good. Now walk your hands up onto that front knee. Inhale, start to push your hips forward and we'll flow forward. And exhale back into that hamstring release. You can keep your hands on the thigh or reach maybe fingertips to the floor for a deeper stretch. 2 more. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, shifting back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Hold this here. Relax shoulders and neck. Really lengthen out that spine. Draw the front toes back and up towards you. Last breath. Now walk your hands down to the floor. Stepping that left foot back. Returning to all fours. Gently rock those hips from side to side. Just one last time here. Releasing any tension out of the lower back. Good. Open those knees as wide as the mat. Sit back onto your heels and release into your child's pose. Now you can stay lifted like this if that's enough and you want to stay here, that's fine. Otherwise, see if you can walk your hands all the way down and release your head to the floor. Just feel the back of the hips drawing down. Feel the weight of your body releasing you closer to the mat. Deep belly breaths. We'll stay here for 2 more long, deep breaths. And then walk your hands gently in towards your knees. Good. And roll yourself up to a sitting position. Roll out, release those shoulders. Good, let's make our way back to all fours now. Good, last time, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lean those hips back towards the heels, and then lift those hips high, opening out through the chest, drive the heels down to the mat. That's it. Now walk your feet out just a little bit wider to accommodate for the space of the belly. Soften the knees. Slowly walk your hands in towards your feet. Bring your heels to the floor and slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. The last thing that comes up is your head. Roll out those shoulders, release back and down. Now just take your time here, close your eyes. Bring your hands together, rest them at your heart center. Just coming back into some stillness. Reconnecting with your body and your baby. One more breath. Slowly exhale, release your arms and open your eyes. Good, well done. So now let's turn around to face the top of the mat. Good, bringing your feet directly underneath your hips. Now, as always, if this is not a comfortable position for your pelvis, you can always go a little bit wider if you need to. Good, looking straight ahead. Think about our Tadasana spine, softening the knees, slightly tucking that tailbone. Good, drawing the ribcage up and away from the hips. Roll those shoulders up and back. Lengthen the crown of the head to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Let's sweep those arms up, hands together. Exhale, bring your hands down to prayer through your heart center. Now bow forwards, keep those knees nice and soft. Good, and then release and reach your hands down. Now if you've got quite a big belly, do not worry about how far you reach to the floor. Just very gently hang the upper body forwards. Place the hands onto the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Again, sweep the arms above you, hands together, bring them back down through your heart center. Bow forward. Fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale, reach and rise up. Now keep your hands up in line with your shoulders, coming into our Utkatasana chair pose here, sitting back into your heels. So bend those knees, point them straight ahead, sitting those hips down behind you, draw your shoulder blades down away from ears. Now feel your core muscles drawing in, lift the pelvic floor. Let's hold here for 3 breaths. Feeling that energy down through the legs. Press your heels to the floor. 1 more breath. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rising up. Reach those arms above you. Once again, bring the hands back through heart center. Hold it here. 2 slow breaths. Close your eyes. Last breath. And then gently release in. Good. Now let's take our right leg back into a very long step behind us, finding our warrior 2. So our back foot is slightly turned in with the toes pointing forwards. Front leg bends, knee releasing forward in line with the toes. Now reach those arms out, square your chest and your hips towards the side of the mat, and then rotate your head and look towards the top, reaching out through those fingertips. Let's sink a little deeper down into that warrior 2. Good. Inhale, rise up, stretch fingertips to ceiling. Exhale, come back down. 2 more. Keeping the shoulders directly above those hips, pressing into those heels. 1 more, inhale up. And exhale, warrior 2. Rotate your front palm up, reverse your warrior now, reaching up and over, stretching down the back leg. Good, inhale, warrior 2. Extended side angle, sweep your top arm up and towards the ceiling. Rotate your chest. If possible, you're looking up, as long as that feels okay on your neck. Really press away from that supporting thigh, draw the shoulders away from ears. Hold it here. Good, inhale, release back to warrior 2. Sinking just a little deeper. And exhale, release. Now let's rotate towards the front. Place those hands back down in front of you. All 10 toes pointing towards the side of the mat. Now you can stay here with your hands supporting you, or if you would like a deeper stretch, start to walk the hands slightly back behind the heels and release forwards. Lower that head down. Yeah, let your belly be soft and free. Staying here for 2 more breaths. And then lengthening up through your spine. Good, let's walk the hands up onto the hips, straightening out that back, lean yourself to standing. Now let's turn our heels in, toes slightly up, coming into our goddess pose. Bring hands to heart center, bend those knees and come down towards the floor. Good, inhale, reach up, lengthen arms above you. Exhale, come back down into that goddess. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, now hold it here. Breathe for 3. Lift through the pelvic floor, lift the core muscles. 1 more breath, sink a little deeper if you can. And then release it. Good, let's rotate around to the opposite end of the mat, coming back into our warrior 2. So readjust your feet, find that position. Back foot, toes slightly turned inwards, front toes pointing straight out in front. Now rotating your hips and shoulders to the side of the mat, reach the arms Now let's bend that front leg and glancing towards the front fingertips. Good, gaze forward, lengthen the spine, shoulders over those thighs. Sinking a little deeper into your warrior. Now inhale, straighten up, reach your arms above you. And exhale, come back down. 2 more, inhale, rise up. And exhale, sitting a little lower. Last one, rise up. And release down. Now hold your warrior here. Rotate your front palm to ceiling. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and over, stretching across that side body. Inhale back to warrior 2. Extended side angle. Sweep your top arm over and across. Look up to the ceiling. Press away from your supporting thigh. Inhale, return to your warrior 2. Let's sink a little bit deeper. Hold that position and then release. Good, well done. Now carefully rotate your back leg and knee down towards the floor. Place your hands down in front of you. Carefully step your front leg back to all fours. Let's return to our kneeling position. Rock those hips side to side one last time. Opening out the knees now as wide as the mat, big toes together. Sit back onto heels. Remember, you can stay lifted, or if you have the space, walk forward, release the head to the floor. And just focus on your breath. Relaxing all the way along the spine, deep breaths into the belly. Letting go of any tension in your hips, your lower back. Let's stay here for one more deep breath. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. Go ahead, bring your knees in to about hip distance apart. Good. When you're ready, slowly rise up to a high kneeling. Good, lengthen up through your spine. Reach your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, we cross the right arm underneath the left. Rotate palms inwards, coming into our eagle arms here. Now really tuck the tailbone, press the pelvis forwards. Feel the core, the pelvic floor lifting. As you inhale, lift your arms, lift your chest. Slightly look up, creating space across the shoulders. And then exhale, draw elbows and head down. 2 more. Inhale, come up, lift. Exhale and release and lower. Last one. Return to the center. Stretch those arms out wide. And then release your arms down. Bring your hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes, find your breath. Feel that stillness, feel that stability through your body. And then gently open the eyes. Other side, inhale, reach wide. Exhale, fold left arm underneath the right. Rotate palms inwards. Inhale, lift the hands, lift the head, looking up. Exhale, lower and release it down, stretching across the back of your heart center. And 2 more, inhale up. Exhale, release. And last one. Return to the middle. Inhale, release the arms out wide. And lower them down. Go ahead, gently sit back onto those heels. Just find a comfortable seat. Roll out, release those shoulders a couple of times. And then let your head gently fall from side to side, releasing out any tension in the neck. Good. And return to center. All right, let's make our way into a seated position with our legs stretched out in front. So starting off here, have your legs a little wider than your hips just to accommodate for the space of the belly. Your hands can rest behind you. Make sure you're pressing up and out through the shoulders rather than slouching down into the neck or the back. Now flex your toes towards you. Really draw those toes up and back. And then point the feet and stretch the toes away. Good. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Good. 2 more. Starting to mobilize the ankles. This is a really lovely one to do if you're feeling any swelling or tension in the lower legs at the end of the day. Good. Now flex your toes. And let's windscreen wiper them from side to side. So one hip is turning in, the other is turning out. You're gonna make this movement come from the very tops of your hips, not just the feet. So the knees and the thigh bones are rolling side to side as well. Good. Now let's take it into a gentle circle of the ankles. So let them both rotate in and out at the same time. Good, again, letting your belly be soft, just breathe naturally through it. Good, let's reverse, circling out and around. Last one. And release. Good, now walk your feet in, place the feet flat onto the mat. Again, just leaving a little bit of space for your belly here. Find a position that's comfortable. And then coming into a gentle open twist for the spine and the hips and the lower back. So all we do is let those knees gently fall from side to side. That's it. We don't want to force the movements. Just going as far as feels comfortable for you. Yeah, maybe one side is a little tighter than the other if that's the case. Perhaps pause there for a moment or two if you need an extra little release. Good, make this your last one. And then return to center. Find a comfortable seated position. Good. Bring your hands to your belly just for a moment. Relax the shoulders. Coming back into stillness as we come towards the end of our class. Take one more breath. And release. Right, so to finish with our Shavasana, let's find our bolster or cushion that we had at the beginning. Just bring it around in front of you. So we'll come down to side lying on our left hand side. So take your time, make your way down onto the mat. Now that bolster is for your top leg. So once you're comfortable, place the top knee up and over so you can completely relax your hips, your legs, your spine. Let your head just fold down. Good, getting your body completely comfortable and relaxed to the floor. Good, and once you're there and you've found that position, you can close your eyes once again. Let that head be heavy. Good, creating softness through the shoulders, releasing tension through your neck. You want your belly to be free and taking deep breaths all the way down into the lower part of the abdomen. Letting go of any tension in your pelvic floor. Really releasing that lower back through the hips. And just feeling heavy through your legs all the way down to your toes. Now on your next inhale, hold that breath for a short moment. And then create a really long exhale all the way up. Slowly open your eyes. Good, now really take your time, coming up slowly to sitting. Release your legs and really use your arms to support you. You want your belly to be as soft and free as possible. And then finishing off, just coming into a comfortable seat, whether that's kneeling, cross legs, whatever's comfortable for you. We bring our left hand onto our heart and our right hand down onto the baby. Taking our last few breaths here in stillness. Feeling the beat of your heart, sending energy all the way down to your baby. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I wish you a wonderful pregnancy. Namaste.